Lee Hogan here, VIP TV, down at Headlands in... Where are we?
Hartlepool.
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 Hang the monkey. No, let's not say that, had I?
Monkey hanger.
With Will Howe. Will, good to catch up with you, because even though you fought on our shows, I never really got a chance to speak to you.
Yeah.
But I did speak to you about 2.5 years ago when you were at the other half of Tenacity Boxing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you was Wallace, Weymouth.
Yeah, Weymouth.
And you were thinking about turning pro. You weren't too sure. You'd just come back. I think you'd done a training camp with Hughie Fury, hadn't you?
Yeah.
And I was asking you about your amateur credentials, and I believe 7 national titles. Seven
national titles, four national, 3 Tri-Nations, 3 British. I was a 2-time European bronze medalist, so the list goes on. I can't think right now off the top of my head. Everyone always asks me, I always forget.
So did you, because that was about 2.5 years ago, and I must have been about 18 months ago when you made your debut, was it?
Yeah, I made my debut on I think it was the 1st of July in Manchester.
Oh, so no, just over a year ago. So how long from when I did that chat with you did you decide to hang up the vest full time and go pro?
Probably about 4 or 5 months after.
Right.
4 or 5 months, yeah.
Because, like you say, you did a lot of work early on with Peter Fury.
Yeah. So I'd done a good extensive period with Peter, and then obviously I had my little baby and decided to come home. It's obviously once kids are in the frame, it was a lot harder to be back and two.
Yeah.
And I missed the baby, so I'm back home, back training out of Billingham with Jim Tyres and Adrian. So I'm back.
So
Still doing what I still
Joe
do.
Tyres' dad.
Yeah, Joe Tyres' dad. Yeah,
I filmed Joe in the championships, and a real fighting family.
Yeah. They're all fighters, aren't they? Every single one of them box. Yeah.
I think the older brother, he went away from it, but isn't he returned now as a pro?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've seen him somewhere.
Yeah.
But we're out to talk about you because you're out for fight number 4, where you return back to Rainton Arena on October the 26th. And we've got you. I've not heard of the kid before. Lamah Griggs.
Lamah Griggs.
Lamah Griggs.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at his record, and I think he's 3-8-1 or something like that. But last time out, he was the Tony Yoko.
Yeah, listen, I don't underestimate anyone. Everyone's treated the same, whether at any level of the game. It's everyone's a threat, especially in heavyweights. Anyone can punch and anyone can get the lights took out at any time. Definitely.
He got a good win over Dan Garber.
Yeah,
I think
he's a live opponent. He comes to win.
Definitely.
I've got to be on my game 100% that night. I know what I've got to do. I know that if I come in thinking I'm just going to punch, he's going to sit there like a punch bag. I'm going to be in for an hard night. I know I've got to go in there and be lively and be on my A game and box to the ability that I can box to, and show people that I'm at that level.
You normally get the learning fights. Last time out, you're going to have to pronounce his name. You fought a French kid who I think was 2-2-2 at the time. Yeah, and. The fight after he ends up going back home and getting a knockout.
Yeah.
So you've not, last fight and this fight, and not the usual suspects.
That was a hard fight, because especially there was nothing really on him either, so there wasn't any video footage or out like that, and he was something like a silver belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so he was quite cagey, and he was quite strong in the clinch and that.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think he was 15, 16 years older than what I am. So he could have been old enough to be my dad, really.
I keep forgetting, because you had a baby, aren't you?
Yeah,
you were only 20 when I spoke to you. Yeah. So you're 22 now?
Yeah, 22, yeah.
22 and a dad as well.
Yeah, 22 and a dad, I know.
How are you finding it? How are you settling into this pro game then?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like I say, listen, I've had a bit of a sticky patch. I could have had possibly another 5 fights. That all fell through.
It's as hard as everyone.
Yeah, but it's the same for everyone. Everyone has the same problem.
But the hard thing is, you do need those learning fights, and especially at your age, because you don't want to be thrown in with those, genuine contenders who are 5, 6, 7 years older than you. It's no good. You need those learning fights, and you need to get yourself to, you know, almost 10-0, and then you can think, maybe I'll start going for those titles. But no one really wants to fight you, so it's a tough way of learning.
Yeah, of course it is. I think there's fights out there. I think there's loads of fights out there, potential fights for myself and that.
Yeah, I think young prospects don't want to fight other young prospects.
Yeah, of course. It's for an unreasonable price, I would say.
Yes.
It's always like, I always think if someone says, "Oh, do you want to fight?" and then it's always like, go down their shows and it's for nothing. Do you know what I mean? And you're still in a business. So I've always think, you've got to be managed right, and I have got the right people around me that advise me right and give me the right information and the right sort of stuff to get me through this.
The good thing is, like I say, 22 as a heavyweight, you've got plenty of time in front of you.
Yeah.
And if it takes a couple of more years to get those learning fights under your belt before you need to be jumping in those real tests, then it's good. But like I just said, you've already had a couple, well, hopefully, you know, have a couple of genuine tests, because like I say, I don't know too much about him, but I know just prior to the win against Dan Garber, he got a good win over someone else. So like I say, this isn't a guy.
Listen, it's not a guy. I train 100% every time. It's not a fight I'm going into thinking, oh, I know that I'm going to get the win, or think, oh, it's going to be an easy night. Definitely not. It's an hard night's work, and I've got to go in there and show the ability and the capabilities of what I'm able to do, and go out there and show them that I've got pedigree, show them that I'm a good amateur, show that I can box. And I think a lot of time I live up to the name of the Boro Balboa, because I can go in there and fight, but I can't actually box. I can box, and a lot of people have seen me box. Stubbsy's seen me box. I can box. I've got a real capability of just going out there and boxing, sticking on the jab, moving and dancing about and looking good. But it's not in my nature. I do not. My nature is to stand and fight.
It is the entertainment thing, and so that's what you need. 100%. I remember your second fight on our show. We really enjoyed it, because that was a little toe-to-toe war, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course. It was a toe-to-toe. Well, every fight I think I've ever had, even through the amateurs, was toe-to-toe war. I think I've got about 4 or 5 fights.
Yeah, well, I remember it being very enjoyable.
Yeah. It's the style I'm thinking. The thing is, the pro game, it's got to be enjoyable. You can't.
It's the entertainment business, isn't it?
It's everyone's here for blood, aren't they? That's the best way of looking at it.
We're horrible, aren't we?
Yeah.
Even when we like the people, we still want to see knockouts. So. You know, but listen, I'm excited for you, because October the 26th, it's not the top of the bill we thought was going to be a central area fight, northern area fight, I should say, with Travis, but it fell through. But we have got a great undercard. I think there's 8 fights on there, all local kids to this area, and it'd be nice to see you and see you pick up win number 4. But tell me how preparations have gone for this.
Well, I can't complain. Well, I went out, I've done a few days out in Tenerife training.
Who have you been sparring with then in preparations for this?
Preparations, I've been sparring a lad at Middlesbrough, because my opponent originally changed. I was sparring a good lad from Middlesbrough ABC, a lad called Ollie, who's a mover, cruiserweight mover. To actually get me used to my original opponent, who was Phil Williams, but obviously for this sparring now, I've just got a few different sparring to replicate what I'll be fighting, which I know I'll be fighting. So I've had a brilliant camp. I can't argue. Everything's gone to plan. Injury free.
I alluded to, even before you turned pro, you were sparring Hugh Fury, who's on the comeback and doing really well at present. Have you been moving around with, not just before this fight, but any of the names that we've been watching on TV just recently?
No, I haven't actually. The coaching team at the moment's gone back to the basics with me. Actually, I've gone back to trying to get my style to perfection. Really, they think I've gone too far. They think I've sort of been moving around too much.
So we're going to see a new you then?
Yeah, I'll definitely say so. Yeah, I think I've been
slightly more educated and not so.
Yeah, more. I've been more educated this time. Definitely, I think you watch them last fights, but I've had like 6-7 months now, 8 months of being drilled of, listen, Will, box, show your capability, show when when you get the go and get that bit of flame going, show them what you can do. So yeah, that is what I'm actually
excited.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to the 26th, and hopefully we'll see these improvements. But I did enjoy the last time I watched you on our show, like you say, a real good fight to watch, and like I say, it's not a bad thing, that is it?
No, of course not.
That's what people want to see.
That's what people want to see.
You put a smile on my face, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all people are interested in. Last time I was out, it was fight the night before. It was probably, I think it was 39-37 score. But it was just an absolute hammer and tongue fight. It was just that he hit me, I hit him, he hit him.
But that's good so early on in your career, because that's preparing you for further down the line. Because like I said, these are not the fights. I say I don't know your opponent, but looking at his record, there's some good wins on there for him. So it's not what we'd normally expect. And he's whatever he's doing, he's only just started doing it. So he's not like stuck in the road where, like the kid you mentioned, Phil Williams before. Phil knows his job. He comes out there, hopefully he'll ask a few questions of you, you'll find the answers and move on. But this kid probably still looking for a win.
He's come for the win. I know for a fact that he's come for the win. He wants to upset the card. He knows that if he upsets the apple card, it's a chance for him, isn't it? The better it makes his record look better. So
it does. Right, well listen, good luck for there's not much left of camp, but hopefully everything will be all right. On the 26th, we'll see you down there, and someone will be talking to you. Would it be saying 4-0?
Yeah, 4-0, definitely. Thank you very much.
Take care, mate. Bye.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.